if you're worried. This was significantly better than Mea Culpa, but I'm not saying it's good. What I am saying is it's batshit crazy. But also, we need to have a small discussion regarding Tyler Perry. But only to an extent, because there are aspects of the Tyler Perry argument, what have you, that I am neither qualified nor invited to engage in. My only piece is regarding this. At this point, we need to look at Tyler Perry as something like a niche movie. Kind of like Nicholas Sparks. You only watch Nicholas Sparks when you're looking to cry in a romantic movie. When you're expecting someone to die in a romance movie, you go to Nicholas Sparks. When you're expected to watch a woman get her ass handed to her, and then divorced, and then some sort of crazy ass vengeance story, whatever you want to call it, you go to Tyler Perry. He's a very formulaic writer. My point being is, post-Medea, I don't think we can go into his films anymore expecting anything less. So that's how I'm treating it. So let's get into it. This is Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black. What the fuck does that title mean? So you have Ava, who works in a bank. She's from a small town. Her dad's a retired Marine, but now he's a farmer and he's a preacher. And she is married to the scum of the fucking earth, who comes from an entire family of the scum of the fucking earth. It's like barnacles attached to a whale's asshole. And apparently it's well known here in town how bad it is. So the movie opens at the funeral of one of Dallas's brothers, right? Well, his family's very poor, so the church that Ava's dad preaches at donated everything. They donated clothes for the service, they donated the coffin, all of it. Well, Ava's dad takes it upon himself to, give the eulogy sermon. But he decided the sermon was going to be begging the other brothers to turn the other cheek and lead a righteous life, because the brother that was killed is now certainly in hell for everything listed, such as robbing the elderly, sex crimes, violence. Sir, you did not have to do that. I understand it might be what a lot of people were thinking inside the church, but it's like when that one relative you hate dies and you're pretty certain they're in hell, but you don't want to say it out loud because it's gonna upset grandma. We could have just had a nice service about everlasting life and the love of Jesus and been done. But no. So the immediate family did not like that. His mom, his brothers, all gathered up. She stripped out of the clothes because the clothes she was wearing was, again, donated from the church. She is almost naked. They took the brother out of the casket because they didn't want the casket because it was donated by the church. They took the corpse of their brother out of the casket, out of the church, into the back of their pickup truck and drove it home to their mobile home and buried him in the front yard. Like we did with the hamster. Now, the family already completely hates her. We don't know why they hated her from the beginning, but they already hate her. And now they hate her even more for suggesting having the actual funeral and them not just burying him in the front yard, again, like a fucking pet. So according to them, this is all her fault. And then there's a ton more fighting between Ava and Dallas over just regular everyday shit, because this man is the worst thing on the face of the fucking earth. Which my tiny argument to that is, yes, absolutely, we understand that he's god fucking awful, but I need to know what exactly she saw in him to begin with. Because they keep saying, oh, she was 17 when y'all got together, you were 17. Which, like, okay, we're all fucking stupid at 17, God knows I was. But then you're showing, like, family home movies, and she's been upset this entire time. You said it yourself, like, she never smiled when they were together at 17. So if she was upset then, you need to show me what she was seeing that she would want to be with him now. Does that make sense? I need to see how we got to this point. But the rest of the movie is her hooking up with an old friend, and Dallas just can't mind his shit. He is always, like, breaking into her house. He threatened her mom. He wanted the divorce. She signed the divorce papers, and now he's all like, no, I'm thinking about giving you a second chance. I'm moving all my stuff back in. But the man doesn't sleep. He just fucking stalks and harasses. And then Preacher Daddy comes to her house and sets up cameras, and he finds out that Dallas, like, put his hands on his wife in the middle of the grocery store where everybody could hear them arguing, but nobody came to help. Even though there was an entire, like, stock girl right there. Right. Now, had that been me, I would have hit his ass with a box of Blasto butter. Taste the difference, bitch. But, I'm a girl's girl, I think. So Preacher Daddy goes out to fucking kill his ass. But Dallas is surrounded by all the brothers and his fucking mom, and they beat the shit out of Preacher Daddy and put him in the hospital. And then Ava's had a fucking enough of this shit. Basically lures him to her house and shoots him. And that's the end of the movie. Now, did I like it? It wasn't boring. Because, you watched a whole family take a dead body out of a casket and then bury them in the front yard. I kind of want to know what's coming. Which, like, spoiler alert, it wasn't a whole lot. It was him yelling and more yelling and nobody doing anything to help her except her friend. Like, there were bystanders everywhere and nobody fucking lifted a hand. Fucking rude. But again, I liked this significantly more than Mea Culpa. Like a lot more. Like a lot more. And I liked it more than Acrimony. But you know who to solve this like way ahead of time? Madea. Overall, I think I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. Because it was mostly mid, but for a moment there I didn't know where it was going. So 5.5 out of 10. Okay, bye. With a taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. You're toxic, I'm slipping under.